Hi all, 24th of December, Christmas Eve, 3 degrees, bitter cold wind and it's very cold. I've just heard on the car radio somewhere's got snow and the road's come to a standstill. The sky, it's a bit bleak in places. I met my daughters, thought I'd come and do this video before we go on probably a lockdown after Christmas when you can't go out again maybes, or before snow comes. So I've set a box out, 35 yards down there, 2 targets, and today's experiment I've raided Santa's stocking for tomorrow. The wife bought me some bits and bobs, so I got these carefully one by one selected, and the price that these cost for 200 pellets, I could have had 500 and probably a couple of quid change, so I thought I'd give them a go, seeing as they claim the weight there. Look, plus or minus 0.001 grams, individually selected. So it's the same shooter. I've got some air arms there, and I've looked at 10. I put 10 in a bag and checked that the skirts were not damaged, so that's why they're in a bag. But I may only do 5 shots of each. I was going to do 10, but I can't feel my fingers at the moment, so my shooting and my awkward fingers dropping pellets will probably hinder this video. So I may go for the 5 or I may do 10, I'm not quite sure till I start shooting. The Virarc 97 with the TBT dropping kit. I've got a rest and even a chair today to sit on. So there's a target, 33 yards, just well, slightly under 100 feet I think it was. Can't hold the camera very steady from where I am, but you get the picture, just so you know. I'll do the top one with the JSB premium pellets, and I'll do the bottom one with the Air Arm Fields pellets. Now I have washed those pellets and I have lubed them with some Napier pellet lube, which I've never ever used before. So it'd be an interesting test to me, see what the difference is, and personally I don't think there's going to be much difference, but we will see in a moment. I'm not sure where the gun is zeroed to, so I should have done a couple of shots first of all before I do this. So regardless to where the bullseye is, I'm going on the group sizes as opposed to getting the bullseye, because the scope's not zeroed for that range. I think it's zeroed at 30 yards, not 33. So let's commence the video before the rain or snow comes down and before I can't feel my fingers anymore. So as I say, the top one will be the JSB premium pellets, 200 in the box, and the bottom one will be the Air Arms, what have been washed and lubed. So we'll see how this goes. So there's a bit of a turn up for the books, but I've got to come clean on all this now. I had this brainwave idea about 2 weeks ago to clean the barrels in both my guns, my Viroc spring gun and my NPO2 Kral PCP. As I bought them both second hand, and I've probably shot, I don't know altogether, but in the HW97 350 shots since I put the new spring and the drop-in TBT drop-in kit in there. So one night I had a brainwave, I went on to I think it was eBay, and I ordered this pull-through kit, so barrel cleaning kit. So I cleaned both the barrels. I didn't get them immaculately clean, but I did the pull-through with the HW97 about 18 times. It was still slightly dirty. A leaded colour, the patches were coming out, but I was getting a bit high on the off the fumes, off the cleaning agent they use. It's like a little bottle of spray that you spray onto the to the little patch before you pull it through, and it sort of evaporates. I was getting high off the fumes, but so I cleaned as best I could both barrels, and then I took the guns down the shooting range last Saturday and the Saturday before, the 12th and the 19th of December. Probably shot about, oh, I don't know, 100, maybe 80, 100 shots through each one to let it in. And as far as I was concerned, they were shooting fine. And then the wife bought me some bits and bobs for Christmas. The JSB Premier Pellets, 200 in a box for, I think they were £14 or just under, £13.90. So I thought I'd like to give them a try, see if they're super accurate, considering they've been hand sorted, hand weighed as it were. I'll give them a try. However, in the mix, for the first time ever, me Air Arms Diablo field pellets. I don't know if these ones here. There's an empty tin. These ones here. They're not really that dirty. The tin, when you've used all the pellets, is relatively clean. There's not really any bits, filings of metal or anything. So I wouldn't deem it as mega important. It's more important, I would have said, for cheaper pellets to wash them. You don't want bits going through your barrel stuck to a pellet. But yeah, I thought, just to make life a bit more interesting, I've got a bit of fair bit of time on my hands. So I washed the pellets, I dried the pellets, a whole tin. As soon as I got the tin, I washed them, dried them with a hairdryer, and I got a plastic sandwich box, a little one, and I put 10 drips spaced out, because I figured that 500 pellets, 2 drips per 100, 2 little drips. I thought that's 1 drip per 50, is it? Haven't got me maths right here. It had 10 drips anyway, 10 little tiny spots in the bottom of a plastic tray, and I carefully tipped the pellets in, wished it around. When you pick the pellets up, they don't feel particularly greasy. Your hands are not wet through with it or anything like that. I presume it's some kind of a thin oil. I'm just guessing here. I don't know what the contents is of the somewhere around. There it is. The Power Pellet Lube stuff. That little tiny bottle, and it's supposed to 50% increase in accuracy. I can't quite believe that, but so basically I cleaned both barrels on the gun, re-leaded them as I'd call it, with about 80 pellets each. 2 sessions of going down the shooting club, and for the first time ever I washed and put this Power Pellet Lube into the pellets, 10 small drips. And then I thought, I can give it this test now. Christmas Day tomorrow, we're likely to be in lockdown, maybe after Christmas, so everywhere will be closed again. So I might not get a chance, or we might get some snow, who knows. So I thought I'll give it a test, and just to confirm, the head sizes on both the pellets, the JSB and the Air Arms, are 4.52. It does say on both of them, so the head size is the same. So let's have a quick look at these target cards and summarise the the results, which are a bit surprising, because before I started shooting, I figured that the group in the JSB pellets would be slightly tighter, maybe better, because they've all been individually weighed, so you're going to get some consistency. Or so I thought. So you'll have to, in the comments, tell me what your view or reason for this, well, what's basically happened. So I'll switch the camera over to the targets and we'll have a quick look. With the this target here is the one with the JSB pellets, the carefully sorted and weighed pellets that I thought was going to do exceptionally well. Now, till I watched the video, I didn't realise when I was shooting that 2 actual pellets went through that one, and I also didn't realise that the last shot went into the bullseye, into the 10. All I could basically see down my scope at 33 yards, and I did measure it, by the way, although when the video started I did say it was 35. It wasn't, it was 33 yards, just under 100 feet. I measured it with my real tape measure. Yeah, so this group is pretty poor, but as I say, when I edited the video I realised 2 pellets went through the same hole, and the very last shot I did of the 5 shots was that one in the centre there. I'll tell you my thoughts on that in a moment, but I may be wrong. You'll have to give me your views in the comments. And this one underneath, I've got a 5p here just for the here we go, look, a 5p piece goes under there, piece of cake. So that's not a bad group, is it, for 33 yards, for nearly almost 100 feet there. And I think we've got a dog trying to get in here while I'm filming this. I can hear a sniffing sound, so I do apologise for that. So yeah, I'm very impressed with that little group there. But looking back now, in hindsight, I wish I'd have shot 10 shots, but my hands were a bit of freezing cold. Because the last shot I did was there, and my way of thinking is, if this pellet lube has coated my barrel on my HW97, because these shots were sort of more or less all over the place, as I say, the head size is the same in both pellets, 452, because I know that does make a difference if you change your head size and the barrel doesn't like it, but it was 452 for both pellets. So I thought maybe as I've been shooting it, it's clearing the barrel of the crud of the pellet lube, and the last shot, I don't know, maybe it was clear at that point after the other 2, 3, after the other 4 shots there, the first 4 shots, maybe it was getting clear. I don't know, it's just my mental way of thinking. I wish now, looking back, I'd shot 10 shots, because you never know. The other 5 may be in this ring. But I will do further tests when the weather's a bit better and it's a bit more bearable. But yeah, considering that these are not weighed pellets and not hand sorted pellets, these air arms, and they are different pellets. I have heard people say, and I don't pass my views on to people, but air arms may be, these pellets may be manufactured in the JSB plant, but they are actually made to air arms specification, are a different pellet. I can promise you they're a lot different to a JSB pellet. I've heard so many people say, oh, they're the same pellet, they're made in the same place, same factory. They're not. I can promise you they're not. I will make a video in the future showing you the differences between the 2 pellets. There is quite a few differences, but that group there is not to be sniffed at almost 100 feet. 5p covers it quite well. Better let this little rat in. It's not going to give up. Come on, Trouble. Tried frantically to get in here, you have, because you're nosy. So there you have it. Any views, your ideas, please leave it in the comments. I'll try and reply to any comment, even if it takes me a couple of weeks. I'm sure somebody may have some different ideas to me. Simple one, of course, is that my barrel doesn't like JSB pellets. Maybe that's one. The weather was consistent between both the targets and the shots. There was a little bit of a wind. If it was bad enough to knock the top one off, it was the same when I did the bottom one, so that's not it. It's the same shooter, which is me. And I know when I've pulled a shot, I normally say, oh, I've pulled that one. But to my knowledge, I didn't pull any shots today, none at all. and there is a massive difference in the two. So as I say, your views, your comments and your remarks, if you've got any ideas, please leave a comment. Merry Christmas everybody. In a few small hours it's Christmas Day, and let's hope 2021 is a lot different and a lot better to the previous year. Who knows, but take care till my next video. Bye for now.